Well, what can I say? Where can I start? Tremendous victory. Tough group of young men. Started slow, but what a way to end it. Came back again, and I told them last week they were down and out on 9.5 count. This week they were probably down and out on 9 3/4 count. Find a way to crawl off the mat, step up and play again, and make plays. It's sounds so simple and so easy. They stepped up and they made plays, really against all odds. 5 turnovers to 1. The chances of winning the football game, I don't know, 1% maybe. We got the 1% today, and these kids just kept on fighting and battling. Very, very, very proud of them. It's a tremendous victory. 2 wins in a row. It's another little bit of a step for us as a program to be able to get those 2 wins. Got ourselves 4 wins. We're still swinging and fighting for a lot of things left in this season. So it's overall just unbelievably proud of the kids. Faced a ton of adversity. And football means a lot to them. This team means a lot to them. And there's a lot to every game. It's come down in the 4th quarter and find a way. And the last 2 times we've been able to find a way and to be able to get it done. And everybody wants to ask why and how and what's the difference. And all the credit goes to the kids and making plays. We haven't really tweaked anything to find a way to execute and make tremendous plays at the end of the game. Very confident.
Hey, Coach, 4 wins now. You got 3 games left. Are your guys kind of aware of what's kind of at stake these last 3 weeks?
I think they're absolutely aware of where we sit and what the situation is. And, I hope this helps us. It's a great question, Tony, because to me, I wanted them to be aware prior to this game. And this was a big game. And you got to put a big game tag on games sometimes. Not every game is the same. You have to play with the same emotion. But to take a step as a program, this was a big time for us to be able to do it. And to sit back and say that you can't put a big tag game on a football team, you have to be able to do that to flip the program. And I thought we reacted poorly to that. Last year, we reacted poorly. We reacted poorly in the first half in this situation, in my opinion, from what I'll sit back and watch the film. But we found a way to put a big tag game, big game tag on a football game, and we found a way to be able to win. So, but we know what we have left. There's 3 guarantees left. There's 1 more time guaranteed for the seniors in this stadium, and we got a very tough test next week to obviously prepare for another road game. So we'll see what takes place.
Hecky said you had to put 4 full quarters together. Is that an emphasis for you at this point with this team?
It's debatable. How do you look at 4 quarters? So I don't know. We did enough to win today. So you want to win every quarter. You want to play a hard, good game, and do what you got to do. I don't know how many football teams in the country put together 4 quarters. I don't know. If you dominate, we're with it. But we're played good enough to win today, and I think our kids will continue to fight and play. And a couple of games I could look back at and say we probably put together 4 quarters, 62 or whatever. It's pretty good score.
Coach, what was going through your mind during those last 5 seconds as a couple timeouts both ways and then they line up to kick the field goal?
Yeah, interesting. You get your Big Ben in there, something you work on a couple times a week. Put a heavy emphasis on that, and especially the last few weeks. And interestingly enough, we always put it on that side of the field for whatever reason. We lined up and had the Big Ben team looked out there, and I was back looking at the safeties to make sure they were lined the correct way. And the box turned around and said they're kicking a field goal. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So we turned around, took a timeout, and lined up again, and changed it a little bit. You never know what's going through people's minds in those situations, so we wanted to back off. A great job of getting it blocked, and Owls claiming he blocked it, and Bayes claiming he blocked it, but the big eye in the sky don't want it, so we'll find out who blocked it at the end. So it was a long field goal. Obviously, they felt like he had an opportunity. So.
How about Robert Turbin today, going over 1,000 for the season?
Yes. Solid game where he had 128 or something. So something like that again. I love the kid. He's a tough, hard-nosed young man. Continues to fight week in and week out, day in and day out. Is really what you're all about, especially trying to, win games and get things flipped. It's the work ethic that Robert Turbin and I know it's contagious, because I just push rewind back to, July, I push rewind back to June, and I see this team working together and fighting and battling, and Robert Turbin's at the very, very front of that thing. Every single day, putting in more hours than anybody else, and I think that's contagious, and so it's great to see it pay off, and it's also great to see it pay off for a young man like Matt Austin. 2 season-ending injuries, high expectations coming into both seasons. One just before the season starts, the next one, last year, first game of the year at Oklahoma, and to have him be able to come back through this year and not really ever say a word about not getting the football a lot, not having many opportunities to make plays. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the last time he scored a touchdown was what, Weber State maybe, or Wyoming, I guess, I can't remember for sure, but he's found a way to be able to get that done, and my hat goes off to all those kids. They're leaders.
You had alluded to this a little bit before, how maybe last year's team didn't respond as well to the big game tag. What makes this team maybe different from last season or previous years?
I don't know. I think we have leadership that's continually growing, and I think when a team will challenge itself, and when I say that, a team can't consistently and always be challenged by coaches. It has to be challenged by leaders. It has to be challenged by the young men on the team. I've seen that develop. Is that the answer why? I don't know. I've been on some other teams that I think were tremendous teams that didn't have great leadership also. But I know this. Football is very important to them, and their love for one another is as good as I've ever been around a football team, and it's important, and they like to be around each other. And I think that gets them going late in games. I think it gets them going late in the week in practice, because these kids practice hard every day. They come to work every single day, and it's a team that likes to be around each other, and that's important.
How big was Chuck Jacobs in the kickoff?
That was big, especially with the really the inability for Kerwin not to be able to go much today. It was very, very important to be able to have the next guy step up. And Chuck has a lot of confidence, as you guys all know. He carries himself with a lot of confidence, and he was brought here to be a playmaker, and that's what he wanted when we recruited him, and he did it today. But I don't have the yardage, excuse me, but he was very, very good in the kickoff return area. And obviously, we have plenty to work on special teams, some decisions that we made. But he was definitely the right spot.
Your thoughts on the defense, the second half being back in the corner numerous times, and they responded?
Yeah, I love the way they responded when they got their back up against the wall. I really did. But gosh, the one drive where we cut it to, was it a 3-point game? I think we cut it down to a 3 or 4 point game. And, they got three or four first downs on third downs, and they were long. They were a 7 and a 12, and then like a 9 or a 10. We've got to find a way to just make a play in those situations. That's unacceptable from a coaching standpoint and a player standpoint, and a heavy emphasis on that. But the way that they've gotten into the red zone the last couple of weeks, and it happened in Hawaii too, it was they bowed up pretty good, and it was something that we all talked about. We talked about the third game of the year. I think we were 11 for 14 for touchdowns early in the season, and it was not good. You've got to get that thing to 50% or under on touchdowns to have an opportunity to be a good football team, and they've really turned that around the last few weeks. And again, I think it's them listening, it's them communicating on the field. There's some complicated coverages that take place down there, and I felt like we got a pretty good pass rush in some key situations today.
What were some of the thoughts on the sideline and putting Stanley in at quarterback?
Stanley was the next best option for us. He had a package that came in and worked very, very well. Kept him off base, and they were really overplaying the run game and kind of taking Adam away and not respecting Adam's legs. And as soon as Stanley walked in there, you got to respect Stanley's legs. So Stanley can throw it. He threw it quite a bit during the week. It was something we worked on all week long, consistently in practice. And Stanley's a good quarterback. I think his quarterback rating since he's been here is off the charts if you include fakes. So it's way up there. So did he throw one today? He did. I didn't see it. So I guess that's still status quo. But he was an adequate backup today for us and kind of changed the pace. And I think it gave us a little bit of juice.
Does Chucky play next week?
Oh, I hope so. He gets better and better every single day, and Chucky is, again, like I said earlier, when a young man gets hurt, he's going to return on Chucky Keaton's timetable, not on anybody else's timetable. And that's really what this is. And Trek and Dale and the staff will do a tremendous job of giving him a chance to get back as soon as possible. But when Chucky's ready mentally, we'll move on. But If I'm betting on Chucky, I'm betting on Chucky next week. Looking at that.
Anything else for coach?